What's going on, everybody? It's your boy L Dog back in the building, man. Larry Actions, man. Y'all already know what time it is, bro. So, as everybody know, I'm sure it is pretty fucking early. Just got through watching Elimination Chamber. Been up since 3:30 this morning. Solid show. Very solid show, in my opinion. The kickoff, starting off the kickoff match, the Kabuki Warriors versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. It was a good match. It was a solid match. Pretty much could tell midway through, who was going to win. Of course, the Kabuki Warriors, with everything going on with Damage Control. It didn't make any sense for them to drop the titles unless they were gonna do like a implosion of Damage Control, with EO being the only one having gold. So, I get it, but it was a good match. It was a good match. They put on a very solid match. Moving right along. What was the first? Oh, the Women's Elimination Chamber was the first official match of the pay-per-view. Good. It's very good. It was good. The ending, the way they ended it, it felt rushed. It got down to Liv, Becky, and Bianca. And all of them were going for moves or whatever like that. Like, Liv went for a move at Becky. Becky ducked. Bianca went for a move, and shit. I think Becky hit the manhandle slam. I forgot on who it was on. I think Becky hit the manhandle slam on Liv, not on Liv. Yeah, she hit it on Liv, and then her and Becky and Bianca were going kind of back and forth, and Liv came back up. Bianca dodged a move from Becky Lynch, and then Liv got the roll up on Bianca and pinned her. But one thing I was really surprised about this match, Liv was actually fucking wrestling. She really was doing a great job. She was really holding her own through the whole match. She really was. She was holding her own. And but the star of the match, in my opinion, everybody did a great job. But the star of the match, to me, Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton showed up and showed the fuck out. Shout out to her. If y'all haven't seen her work in NXT, she's somebody to look out for. I definitely see her being a champion in the future. Absolutely. But when it came down to it, your winner, and I'm sure everybody pretty much knew this was going to happen, Becky Lynch. So it's going to be Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, which we all been fucking waiting to see. I can't wait to see you, because they're going to beat the hell out of each other. And I'm going to be there at Mania. I'm going to be front and center for it. But, like I said, shout out to all the competitors involved. It was a great match. Next match, which one was it? It was the undisputed tag team titles. Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest against Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates. Now, I knew from the jump, when I first heard that this match got made, they were going to tear the house down. And that they did. They wasted no time. The Judgment Day came down. They were accompanied by Dom. And it was so fucking crazy. Dom snatched the mic out of the ring announcer's hand to introduce the Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor. And the boos was so fucking loud, you couldn't even hear Dom say anything. You could barely hear Dom. That's heat. You can't buy that kind of heat. Shout out to Dominic Mysterio, man, because he is legit hated. Hate that bastard. Cannot stand him. You doing? Hey, I see what you're doing, Dom. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, bro. That's legit heel heat. That's how it's supposed to be fucking done. But anyway, the match was solid. Anybody that might have thought otherwise, that this match was going to be otherwise, you're crazy. Like I said, if y'all haven't seen, I know I said about these two before, if y'all haven't seen Pete Dunne's work or Tyler Bates' work in NXT, do your research, do your homework. They showed up once again. They showed up, they showed out. They did a hell of a job, and it was a great match. But came down to it, Judgment Day retains. What I think was going to end up happening, DIY is getting a great push right now, and I think DIY probably going to be the ones to take the belts from them in Mania. That's what I'm thinking. Because DIY right now, in my opinion, they're underrated. It's crazy how they come from NXT, and then once they get to the main roster, it's almost like the stats go down or something like that, like they're being underutilized. But I think it's gonna be the right time for them to win those titles at Mania. Just saying. But it was a great match. It really was a good match. Then the half part of the show, we had the Grayson Waller effect. Okay, so of course their guest was Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Of course they had something to say. So they got introduced, they came out there, and Grayson Waller was out there with Austin Theory. And Austin Theory was being real disrespectful to the native land. They was in Australia. And of course, he introduced Grayson Waller, and Grayson Waller got the biggest pop ever, of course, because that's, he's from Australia. And Austin Theory was just kind of taking jabs at Australia like the whole time. So, but anyway, when Cody and Seth came out there, Cody basically challenged The Rock, told him, anywhere, anytime you want to throw down, I'm with it. It don't matter. Seth got up and said, no matter what happens, you ain't got to fight that fight alone. All right, smell like a tag match to me. I'm just saying. I'm thinking the next stop is WrestleMania. But I don't know. Are they gonna work 2 nights? Are all 4 of them gonna work 2 nights? I'm just saying. Really, it would just be it would be 2 nights for Cody and Seth if they did a tag match at WrestleMania, which I don't know. I just doubt they do that. I doubt they do that. They might do it at like the last SmackDown before Mania. That makes sense if they do that. Or they can have a scenario like what happened with Daniel Bryan I forgot which Mania it was, but he had to win the triple threat between him, Randy Orton, and Batista to see who gets to fight Triple H for the title on night 2. They might do something like that, like Cody put up his spot against The Rock at WrestleMania, and if he loses, he loses his chance to go against Roman Reigns. They might do some shit like that. That's what I'm thinking. Either way, WrestleMania is shaping up to be a great fucking show. But anyway, going on with the Grayson Waller effect. So what ended up happening when Cody challenged him, and they, and him and Seth got to talking about what they was talking about, said, hey, Seth was like, you ain't got to fight this fight alone. All of a sudden, Grayson Waller got to talking, and then Austin Theory just snatched the mic out of Grayson Waller's hand. And the look on Grayson Waller's face, I think I smell a face turn. I'm just saying. And all of a sudden, Austin Theory started mimicking The Rock, trying to talk like The Rock and all that there. And it was a few jokes and laughs or whatever. And at that last second, if you smell, and all of a sudden, Here come Seth Rollins. Cheap shot at him. Cody hit the Cody cutter on him. And then Seth hit the curb stomp on him. And Grayson Waller just sat back and watched. So I think I'm smelling a face turn for Grayson Waller. Him and Austin Theory probably gonna have a little back and forth, a rivalry real soon. But we're gonna see how that turn out. But moving right along. So next match, most anticipated, the men's Elimination Chamber. Did not fucking disappoint. Did not disappoint at all. The twists and turns in this match, the who's who in this match. Randy did his thing. Bobby Lashley did his thing. Logan Paul, of course, he always shows out. KO is a national fucking treasure. So y'all know this whole thing been going between Logan Paul and KO. They've been going back and forth for weeks. So Logan Paul coming to the Elimination Chamber and he gets to KO's pod and faces him. KO start headbutting the damn plexiglass. I'm being hard as fuck. I was like, what the fuck is he on? That shit was funny, man. Hey, shout out to KO. KO's doing some wild shit. And when he got out, when it was time for Logan to get out, he was waiting right there at Logan's pod. And this motherfucker beat the shit out of Logan, stepped in his pod and closed that motherfucker behind him, and I mean, giving Logan that work. Man, hey, shout out to KO, man. Shout out to KO. Drew, Bobby Lashley, everybody did they fucking thing. Okay? But there was some interference. There was some interference. So Logan got eliminated. And Logan was taking a long time for them to get him out of the ring. And I was just thinking, something's got to be happening. It's taking too long for Logan to get out of the ring. He gonna cheap shot or something. All of a sudden, AJ Styles come in there and start beating the shit out of LA Knight. I knew it. I fucking said it. I knew it. LA Knight and AJ Styles at Mania. It's happening. It's happening. It's fucking happening. I mean, beat him senseless with that fucking chair. And then Drew McIntyre got over for the pin, and he pinned LA Knight and got him out of there. So it got down to Drew and Randy Orton. And like I said, Logan Paul they still trying to get him out the ring. He over there on the ground, hurt, dazed or whatever like that. All of a sudden, Randy turn around and get caught with the brass knucks. And then turned around, caught the Claymore. And your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. So, that was my pick. It makes sense. But the fact that Drew's been winning because of other people is crazy. And then he's steady talking shit about CM Punk. So what I'm thinking was going to end up happening is Drew's going to get to WrestleMania. In his title match against Seth Rollins, according to how rehabbed he is, or how much better he's doing, CM Punk's going to interfere. And when CM Punk show up, it's going to be on site. CM Punk is going to cost Drew McIntyre the belt. He going to make him lose against Seth Rollins. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. I see it. And another thing at WrestleMania is going to happen for sure. Logan Paul and KO, they're going to fight for the United States Championship at Mania. It's got to happen. And what I'm thinking was going to happen, if Randy's probably going to step in and cost him the title. and he's gonna lose it to KO. I'm telling you. I think this is exactly what's gonna happen. The way that they're doing and they are building these stories and these stories within other rivalries, it's crazy. This is the the greatest time to be a WWE fan. I don't know, whoever in the back writing these stories, Triple H, whoever, they know what the hell they doing, and we're engaged and we're loving every second of it. I cannot wait to WrestleMania. I'm so hyped for WrestleMania. But moving right along to the main event. Of course, the main event was the Women's World Championship match. Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax. This was a 5-star match. This match was good. They was going back and forth. A lot of chops across the breast area. Hey. When I tell you they was going in, they tore it down. They literally tore it down. And the announce table. Courtesy Nia Jax. Because she put Rhea through a fucking table. She did. But, and still, your Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley. We all knew it was going to happen. She in her hometown. And I think her family was out there in the audience too, because she celebrated with them. It was what's up. Shout out to Rhea Ripley, man. Shout out to Rhea Ripley, man. Now, do I think this is over? I think Nia Jax is going to find a way into the title picture again. And when she come back, she really going to be a problem. But, like I said, we won't know until we see Mania. But, hey, man, as usual, man, y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all thought about the pay-per-view. And make sure y'all like and subscribe. God bless the Fed. Whoa.